I always thought it would be cool if you could go back and listen to the day-to-day of today's highest achievers as it happened, as opposed to 30 years later after they've made it. I believe there's a giant disconnect between ground zero and the top floor because we only see the top floor and the top floor only talks about the top. You know, how valuable would that be? And so it goes without saying, but I believe I'll make it there. And this is a documented journey through each level. My name is Bryson Sessions, and you are listening to the Bed Podcast.
So I'm going to talk about depression and anxiety and a whole bunch of shit in this one. So if you feel like you have depression or anxiety or something like that, give this thing a listen. Maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. Sensitive topic for some people, but I don't know. So when I think back to when I was in Arizona and Colorado, I had a job, I had my own place, I was alone, didn't do shit. But, so compared now to Arizona to Colorado, all by myself, have my own place, nothing, I just go to work, come home. I spend, so I'm going to get into the other things I do, but purpose of saying that is in Arizona, I was sad as shit. I felt lonely. I hate saying the word depressed because I think it's overused as fuck. And I think some people have actual real clinical depression. I think other people just use it to get attention. I think other people feel like just because they had a bad day that they're depressed. And it's like, no, you're probably just a pussy, but it's okay. Just take, ownership over the fact that you might be being a little bitch. It's all good. Let's get out of there, though. Dude, I'm going to catch so much hell for this episode. I promise. But anyway, so in Arizona, went to work, came home, didn't do shit. I was just sad and lonely because I wasn't doing anything. I would come home and sit there. I had nothing to look forward to. I wasn't pursuing anything. I had no drive to accomplish anything. And to go figure, because I wasn't doing shit. I was just playing video games all day, and even those got boring. And I say boring because it was like I wasn't happy, so it wasn't getting any kind of dopamine hits, Same with Colorado. I literally moved there. I was like, cool, this apartment's gonna be nice as shit. It's like Utah, it's gonna be cool. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna settle here, I'm gonna live here. Not a goddamn thing changed. And the reason why nothing changed is because nothing changed. And that's so funny to say out loud. Nothing changes if nothing changes, right? And so same thing, I'd go to work, come home, and I would just play video games, or what did I do? That's it. Play RuneScape, I'd play. Dude, I didn't do shit. I have no memories other than working. If people ask me, if I were to ask myself, what do I miss most about Arizona and Colorado? I'd probably say the FedEx routes, dude. Those were nice. I like driving around. I didn't do anything else though. And I'm not bitching or complaining. That's how it was. And so now that I'm back in Utah, I've got my own place again. I go to work. I work more now, And here's the thing. I talked about this on 243, I believe. 240, yeah, I think it's 243, overloading my mental bandwidth. Everything I got going on. So with everything I got going on, I don't have time to think about being sad. It's like, dude, I have to get this thing done, or I have to work on this so that I can make this happen. Like, I don't think about myself like that. I don't think like, oh, I'm so sad, I'm so lonely, nobody likes me, I'm gonna die. I don't think about that shit anymore. And the reason why I don't think about it anymore is because I'm doing stuff. Like, I'm not just sitting there like on my phone scrolling social media. That's what I did all the time. I'm not sitting there playing RuneScape all day. I do miss that, I'll be honest with you guys. RuneScape's a badass game. But that's all I was doing. So I was living a depressing life. I had nothing going for me. I had no pursuit of anything. My goals, I had no idea what I was doing. I was making money, which is cool, but what good is money if you don't use it and you don't so shit, even in Colorado, dude, I was making almost 6 figures just driving FedEx. I think I talked about it in one episode before, but if you do the math, I think it came out to like 92,000 or something like that. Because I was working, because I just asked for so many stops. So at that point I was working 10-hour days, which is fine. And just all the extra stops because that contractor paid out the ass. It's Colorado, so it's a higher cost of living. So, that's neither here nor there. But like, if I had my goals now with that pay, dude, that'd be so sick. Because right now I'm at like 76,000. So if I was at 92, that'd be a lot better, right? But obviously, hindsight's 2020, so who knows? But something can always change. But anyway, but now I'm not sad anymore. I don't feel lonely in the sense of like, oh, I'm all alone, no one talks to me. Dude, I get pissed when people try to get my attention. Like, fuck off, let me do my thing. Like, I think people are so just wishy-washy with time. And I used to be that way too, but now since I've got so much on my plate, it's like, dude, any one thing that disrupts the flow or disrupts or grabs my attention and brings it a different direction or takes my focus off the thing that I'm trying to pursue or whatever, it gets me extremely irritated immediately. Like a simple text on the phone or like a message on social media, dude, just instantly it's like, bro, that's why I bought the brick thing, so I can lock my phone. And I don't even have a temptation. I don't have anything. It's just I lock my phone, I put the brick downstairs or something like that, and then my phone is just a tool. There's no distractions, nothing. The only thing that I can access that would be a distraction, I guess, might be the weather app. I don't know. You can pick and choose. So anyway, I was just thinking about that. I got out of the ice bath today. I'm kicking ass already. I'm done with everything. It's 3:00. Just got to go to the gym and then I have my whole night to myself to work. So very hyped about that. But I was thinking, because I was like, damn, dude, what's different, between now and Arizona and Colorado? Because it's me. I'm all alone, doing my own thing, working, coming home. Why am I not feeling sad and crying all the time? Like, why is that? What's different? And that's what I came to the conclusion to. Because I'm pushing myself to do shit. I'm getting uncomfortable pretty often. I need to do it more, honestly. And I'm pushing myself to do challenging, difficult, just like I got a goddamn streak of 210 days in a row of getting in an ice bath. I never ever want to do that. And I always say that. Like I always say, oh, the ice bath and the ice bath this and the ice bath that. But it's the one thing that I do every day that I hate, dude. I might even upload it, but there's a podcast that I recorded. I didn't upload it because I was being such a bitch, dude. Because I was literally on the edge of selling the goddamn thing. Because I was like, oh, it's so inconvenient. It's not practical and blah, blah, blah. And of course, I got out and I didn't have those thoughts anymore because the hard shit was done. That's what my post on my story about was yesterday. And if you're listening to this within the next 3 hours, well, actually, nobody will ever know that because I'm recording this today, June 20th, 2024, 3:02, and it's going to be uploaded tomorrow. So anyway, posted something on my story, and let's go and find it real quick. I think it's kind of powerful. I actually kind of felt like a badass when I said it because I resonated with it heavily. Where the fuck did it go? Where is it? What the hell? Did I not save it? Well, I gotta go save this real quick. Hold on. Sorry for the awkward silence there. I guess I'm not saving this. That's so weird. Okay, well anyway. So it's a picture of me. I'm sitting there with the reflection of my car against my ice bath with the ice bath in the photo. It says, the urge to quit and sell this goddamn thing has been so high lately. It's very easy to justify why it would be better to not have it and to not use it. But here's the most important lesson that I've learned from that way of thinking. I never have those thoughts when I get out. It's only before I get in. AKA, I only want to quit when it's hard, not when it's easy. So the life lesson is make the decision to quit only when you're on top. If you still want to change directions when you're on top, go for it, but never when you're losing. Day 209. And the reason why, I don't know, hold on. Pause that thought. I don't know what the hell I was going with there, where I was going with that there, but I recorded that other podcast and I didn't upload it because I was being such a bitch. And I say that with absolute, I hope it, like I would want someone to say that to me and I'd want it to sting because I want that accountability and I want that feeling of God damn, you're right, Bob. I am being a bitch kind of thing because the whole show is me. So I'll have to upload it, dude. It's just so bad. Like I'll have to upload it. So I have to go anyway. But in there, I'm going to document the fact that I hate this shit. I don't want to do it. And then watch how my mood changes as soon as I get out. And sure as shit, dude, it's there. It's live. It's captured. You can see how I'm like, fuck, this is bullshit. I really got to sell this. I hate this. And then as soon as I get out, I'm like, nah, it's fine. It's funny and it's, but I captured that and I'm glad I did because that's what this podcast is about. But I'll be honest, dude, that shit's embarrassing. Like I'm being a fucking pussy, dude. Like how weak, it's funny because it's like, dude, I've done this 210 days in a row. Why all of a sudden on 211 is it just going to be, I got to sell it. This is some bullshit. Like, why now? You know, it's 211. That's the magic day. And I'm not saying that's today or tomorrow. It's just for example's sake. But when you think about things like that, dude, it's like, so why now? Why is it hard now? What's going on now? What's different? Still 5 minutes, still 39 degrees. What changed? And it's like nothing changed, just my attitude. So anyway, a little sidetrack with the ice bath there, but yeah, only thing that's changed for me is I'm doing stuff. I have goals, I'm pursuing them, and I'm really just kind of accepting of the fact that it's going to take a long time to get to where I want to go, and that's okay. But the one way that guarantees, or no, the one way that promises that I'll never get to where I want to be is if I just sit on my ass and play RuneScape all day and just play video games, scroll social media. Like if I came home every single day and just laid on my bed, took a nap for 2 hours or whatever, woke up and it's like, oh, well, it's too late to do anything. I guess I'll just play a couple games of this, and I do that. And then, oh shit, bro, it's 8 o'clock, I'm gonna go to bed. Or if I stay up later, I've been paying attention to that, bro. And I'm not calling anybody out. I promise. I know some of you are listening. You're going to think I'm calling you out. I really am not. It's just an observation, generally speaking. But people it's almost like a flex for people to just not sleep that long or to just go to bed so late. And I think I used to fall into that category of like, yeah, I only slept 3 hours last night and then I work, you know. But now it's like, dude, give me 10 hours of sleep every night. I don't give a fuck. I used to be so opposed to sleep. My argument was 8 hours of sleep a night versus 6 hours of sleep a night is 8 years difference, more awake time in your life if you live to be 100. And if that's average throughout your whole life. It's not. But if you sleep 8 hours a night, that's a third of your day, that's a third of your life. It's 33 years of your life sleeping. But if you only sleep 6, it's 25 years of life because 6 divided by 4 is 25%. 25% of your life is 25 years. So there's an 8-year difference. There's 8 more years of life you could live with sleeping 2 hours less per night. And that was my whole argument, dude. I'm like, bro, just sleep less, you know? Or like Arnold says, just sleep a little bit faster. So that was my whole argument. But I don't know, man. I'll get people who like my story or people who send me stuff on Facebook or whatever. And it's like midnight or something like that. And I know that they got to wake up early the next day. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, go to bed. I don't know. So anyway, that's a little side note there. I promise I'm not calling anybody out. There's probably, let me count, hold on. Maybe 6 or 7 people. Half of them, they don't even listen to the show, but that I know of. Yeah, it's like you just go to bed so late. Anyway, so what I was saying with the story, like I come home and I wake up and it's 8 o'clock and it's like, well, I guess I'll just play some more Call of Duty or maybe I'll go get some Wendy's or something like that. And you come home, do your thing, finish eating, clean up, play a couple more, whatever, 10 o'clock. And at that point, you're only getting so much amount of sleep for work the next day. And the next day is even worse because you slept like shit and you're all, you know, your focus and attention's not there. You're kind of groggy, you know, just imbalances all over. And what a shitty life. And it's like, no duh. That's the life I was living. So I don't know, man. It's just an observation I wanted to share. Just going from that to here. The only thing that's different is I have goals and I'm actively I would say that I'm aggressively pursuing them. But then I would think, what would someone like Andy say or David Goggins say or, you know, what would they say? They'd probably think I'm sitting on my ass. So then I think about that and I'm like, yeah, I gotta step it up. So I don't know, man. But that's what I wanted to share. So as far as depression and anxiety goes, I think a lot of people do have it, but I also think a lot of people are full of shit. And I think a lot of people who are full of shit would benefit from just, honestly, just start doing shit you don't like to do. Life will transform. Like, I'm such an advocate of doing hard shit, you know? And it's like, oh, you take ice baths, is that so hard? It's hard for me, dude. Maybe it's a cakewalk for you. But it's very hard for me. You know what? I tell you what, doing 75 hard, that's hard for me. I don't like doing 2 workouts a day. I don't like going outside and walk. I don't like to do that. That's hard for me. I don't like to have to read every single day. I mean, I like to read, but I don't like being forced to. It has to be 10 pages, you know? But neither here nor there. But those are things that are hard for me. So whatever that hard thing is for you, do some of that. Shit, maybe you, I don't know. Maybe you, I don't even know. It doesn't even matter, dude. Just do things that are difficult, that require some grit, you know? Require some kind of fortitude to persevere through the struggle, okay? Just do some of that. Life just gets better when you do hard shit and you can say you're proud of yourself, you know? So, anyway, so that's the cure, again. Cure to deep sadness and anxiety, part 3 or 2 or whatever it is. I mean, I'm not going to name it that, but... Oh, dude. I'll name the show Depression Isn't Real. God damn. Show will be the most... Dude, the show will blow up. I'm not going to do that, but that's so funny to think about. I'm joking about the wrong shit here. I'm going to get canceled. So anyway, guys, that's the show. Thanks for listening. Hopefully kind of helped with some sort of perspective. If not, I'll go fuck myself. But that's the show. Peace out.
Hey, thanks for listening, and quick reminder here. So this podcast doesn't prioritize professionalism or quality at all. It's just meant to be a shoot from the hip type podcast with the intent just to get a quick message out. So some episodes might be inaudible in 30 seconds and others might be 45 minutes and super crisp sounding. So all these are being made so that by episode 7,305, which is 20 years, we can come back and see the entire playbook of how I made it to wherever I'm going. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.